Hi, welcome back. Sorry I got cut off before, but I was pretty much ending. I was just basically discussing how, or what I was going to go over on Wednesday. So now I just want to shift over and talk a little bit about Google Sites. Show you some things that are pretty neat that you can do and help you with your website. So most of you have chosen Google Sites, so that's why I'm going to go over this. So I'm going to go to Google Sites. So here we are. Most of you found out you had to use you had to create a Google account if you haven't done so. So most of you have done that. As you can see, I have multiple accounts here, so you should only see one, but like I said, I have multiple ones. So what I did is I created a sub SCSU physics page. So I'm going to work on this one. So I added a bunch of stuff to this already, just to give you a little idea of what I was looking for. And like I said, I want to show you how to use Google Sites. So I already have an example of what I'd like you to do. I left some stuff out just because I want to add it and show you how to add those things, but I want you to have a website that talks about one topic, and you should have at least 3 subsites. Now you can have more, that's fine, but definitely 3. So, what can you do with this? Well, this big button here that says Edit Page exactly does that for you, which is nice, but it will only edit the website page itself. Now, there's lots of things you can do. You could edit the title, of course. I said Home Linear Motion. Let's pretend I want to change that to Linear Motion. If I want to change the color of this, I go up here to Text Color. Let's make it purple. I like purple. Color purple. Okay, so that won't change. I guess we're going to have to go to the heading settings, which is fine. So, but if I write linear motion here and then start talking a little bit about it, linear motion is the study of objects traveling in one dimension, for example. And let's pretend that part didn't happen before. Say I wanted that purple. Now it's purple. I have to change other settings to change this. That's fine. You know, you could do most things that you can do in Word is underline, make these different colors, change the font, change the size. So if I want to make this a little bigger, make this bigger. That's pretty straightforward. I can, change the orientation of this up here. If I want this in the middle, I can put this here, this side, etc. If I don't like anything I did, I can just remove the formatting. If I highlight what I want to remove the formatting for, it brings you back to the default. So that's a really helpful tool. This is good for numbering things, just like Word and bullets. Adding a link. So say you want to add a link, I'm going to just find a random link on Linear Motion. Let's do Physics Classroom. That's actually a pretty good site. Let's go to Tutorial 1 Dimension Kinematics. And let's talk about Introduction. Here we go. Say I want to use this link. I'm going to go to the link button. It's going to ask me for the site. There we go. Now you can create a new page. You could open a new window. Oh, I'm sorry. This is if you want to add a link to your other site, which is fine. If you want to add to the web address, you go here, text display, kinematics. There you go. Press OK. Boom. So notice that and then you press save. So notice that this doesn't show the HTML, it just shows you kinematics. So if I click on this, it brings you to that website that I just had. Not bad. So if you save it, it should now show up. There you go. Ta-da! So those are some basic features. Now if you want to create another page on this side right here, you go to this tab where it says New Page. So And if you put it at the top level, it'll automatically go to your side. So if you want to create a new page, we're going to be talking about medical devices. So let's add a new page. Let's call it ultrasound. Okay. You can keep it and put it at top level. And notice you have options. Web page is what you want. I'll show you what the other things do, but web page is pretty much what you'd like. So press create. And boom, you can see that it appears here. And this will do it in, if you notice, in alphabetical order, if otherwise organized. So, very nice. Press save, and then we can start adding things. Now, the other web pages you can create, just to show you some samples, is you can create let's go to the file cabinet. You can create a document bank, if you will. And that's what a file cabinet is. So let's put a document bank in here, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is if you want to add like files. So I'm just going to add a file from my computer. You can see I have a lot. I'm doing linear motion. And say I wanted to add a motion about the Speed Bubble 2 lab. It's all about linear motion. Well, there you go. And this is just a bank. So you can add more files, and this is good for people who want to like just put a bunch of files in one spot. So I can put another, set of documents here. I'm just looking for a random one. Linear motion, I don't know, study guide, CP physics. I guess it really doesn't matter. Let's just do that. AP physics. Graphing motion. But you can see what it does here. It gives a place for people to download stuff. So you can add this as part of your thing. It's not required, but if you find, some cool worksheets you want people to use or look at and have solutions for, this is a good thing for that. Okay, I'm back, although it probably doesn't seem like I went away. But I just want to check my time. I have another 7 minutes. 8 minutes. Okay. So, let me show you another web page you can create. A list. A list may not be practical, but I'll show you what it does. A list is exactly what it sounds like. It's a list. So you can generate a list of anything, in a practical sense, homework assignments that are great for teachers, but maybe you could do a list of, linear motion examples, for example. For example. There we go. Create. And here we go. So you can do different types of lists here. You can do a bunch of things. I usually create my own, where you create like, here's a column name, linear motion, text. That's fine. And then let's add another column, and let's call it example. Save. So here we go. So you can add a linear motion. You can say car linear motion. So maybe like something that's constant velocity, and it could be a car on a highway at a steady speed. And look at that. We got a list here, and you can add another item. Linear motion, let's do acceleration. Now we could do a car driving or traveling in a circle. Save. So there you go. You can use the list feature as another thing. Now the other thing you can add if you want to create a website is this thing called announcements. Now I'm not going to click it because I already started an announcement. So if you go to Cool Science right here, announcements are basically blog posts. So I have some examples of some blog posts that I put up here. So new post, and it's exactly that. They're posts. So I can title a post very much like my announcements on the Blackboard account. So what's new in science today? Let's do a symphony of science. Of science. This is a really cool website. And say I want to, add this in. Let me just get the Symphony of Science. Get the website. I want this, I want the website. Symphony of Science. Here we go. So say I want to embed this into here. So here is a cool website that auto-tunes scientists to make songs about science. Amazing. Okay, so I always like to include a link just in case for whatever reason, you know, if you try to embed it, it doesn't work. So there's the link. What you could do too, you could do a couple fancy things if you want. If you're familiar with taking screenshots, I can do that. Take a screenshot. I can go to Paint. Running out of time, that's okay. I'm just going to copy paste this as my new picture. Boom. It goes into my untitled post. Paste. Sometimes it doesn't work. Insert image. Yeah. Bah. Okay, sometimes it works where you can copy and paste it. Sometimes it does not. How much time do I have left? Okay, so, well, you could also embed it. Of course, you probably think I'm crazy because you've never seen a successful, like, embed before, right? Let me try it again. So, I go to Share, Embed, just gonna copy this. And then what I can do is, you see this right here, Edit HTML Source. If I press that, you see all this weird stuff. This DVI just means divide. So BR means where you're going to create a new line. So I'm just going to put this in the middle here. Update. And there we go. Here's our YouTube video. And then there's a link for that. So that's one way we can do that. We could make it look nice a little bit. I like this to be bigger. There we go. And then if you save, you can have a post, and you can have, and this is one of the posts from the Cool Science, and you can see there's a collection of posts. This everyone should watch because it's amazing, and this is actually from my trip. We actually photobombed the Cassini picture. This is actually Saturn right here. And this is Earth right here. And what we did is, Cassini is a spacecraft, basically near, way far away, but it likes to photograph Saturn. But this was a rare occurrence where Saturn was right near Earth. So we all went outside right when they took the picture. So that's us waving. And technically we all joked and said, can you see us? You know, we're waving. We're right in this picture. So we're all in this picture, which is pretty cool. And this is a little bit about the space probe that took our picture. And this is the group that I traveled with this full week, which I had little to no internet access, literally, in all the airports I was at and at the hotel. And I was working during the time I had internet, so it was really hard to sneak it in. But this is going to end right now, so I'm just going to do another video to show you how to edit some other features of this. But those are some of the basic stuff. So stick around for part 2.